With the new Elden Ring update nerfing the Mimic summon, we've put together 5 summons that you should try instead of using the Mimic to spice up your gameplay. The Mimic is still very good, but these 5 are very good in their own way for their own situations. First up is the Black Knife Titch summon. This is a very fast moving, somewhat survivable because of its speed and its mobility, but it also shoots a projectile that causes a bleed effect on enemies that rapidly drains their health and is fantastic on bosses. You can find this one by defeating the Black Knife Ringleader, which is in the Ringleader's Everjail in the southwestern parts of Liurnia in the Moonlight Altar area. And to get to this area, you will need to follow the video on screen now through Ranni's questline, going through the Lake of Rot, defeating the boss, and taking the lift up. Next up is the Crystalline Ashes. This is an extremely tanky summon and is absolutely fantastic to make a distraction, and it usually doesn't even die against bosses. So if you're finding that your summon is dying too quickly in the bosses, try this one out and you will see how tanky it is. You'll find this one located in a chest that's protected by 3 different magic mobs in a small room. This is located within a crystal cave that's found in the Celia Hideaway in Eastern Caelid. You'll find the entrance to this cave by attacking or rolling into the hidden wall that can be found by this headstone that you can see on screen. In order to find the room with the chest inside, I'm going to leave some gameplay playing so that you can follow roughly where I'm going in order to find your way there. Then the next one on this list is Lootal the Headless. This is another very tanky summon with heavy armor and a big shield, but this one can also teleport to avoid damage or from getting stuck, as sometimes summons do, and it also can cause an instant death effect with its attacks, although most bosses are resistant to this, but it also has the capability to throw its spear as a ranged attack. It's an all-round very good summon to have, and it's dropped by the Cemetery Shade, which is the boss at the end of the Tombswood Catacombs, which is a cave that's in the Weeping Peninsula on the little island south of Limgrave. The next on this list is the Great Shield Soldier Ashes. This is another very tanky summon, but this time it summons 5 shielded skeletons that swarm anything you're fighting, constantly blocking while taunting, with the capability to throw Ghost Fire as a ranged attack. It means that these mobs are incredibly tanky, very versatile, they taunt, they have ranged attacks, they do okay damage considering they're 5 little skeletons, but they're very tanky and absolutely fantastic if you are a magic or a ranged build. You'll find these in Nokrom the Eternal City, Grace Point. They're guarded by some fallen soldiers. It's basically on a body in the back corner of this little graveyard area. I've already picked it up, but you'll find it here. And the next one on this list is the Rotten Stray Ashes. You may not have heard about this one, but it's very easy to get even early game and has a very cheap FP cost to summon, and for those reasons it might fly under your radar, but this is fantastic as it summons a dog that does very quick attacks that apply Scarlet Rot, which if you don't know on bosses is an insane status effect that basically lasts the entire fight and will constantly drain bosses' health until they die. For this reason, this summon is incredibly great considering how easy it is, how cheap it is to use, and how powerful the Scarlet Rot status is. It's found in the north of Celia in the Understair site Grace Point inside of a building. There's a corpse with a rotten dog nearby that you can defeat, but the actual summon is on a body that's in that little ruined building. If you have any other summons that you think are incredibly powerful, let us know down in the comments, as we are very interested to hear what you have to say. Of course, drop a like while you're down there, or click the video on screen now, because we have more Elden Ring videos that we definitely think you will be interested in, guides, tips, locations, and all that good stuff.